Is there any company that could overtake Apple in third place, or will Apple take back the number one spot?
All right, now
that
we're
it's
getting
lost
spicy.
over the next few years?
GameStop.
First and
What's
foremost.
some other meme coins y'all like? Nicola.
Oh,
I mean, it depends on what time frame we're talking. If Apple does not invest into AI or has a significant partnership in 4 or 5 years, it's a great question. Shit, I can see a conglomerate like Saudi Aramco taking it, but I think someone in the AI space could definitely take it. In an imperfect world, if they don't make an investment by 2030, I think Apple will be fifth in terms of market cap. That's why I keep beating this drum about them needing to make a course correction. But where's Meta on the list?
Meta is number 6. Meta's number 6.
And then people, we talking about market caps for the
Market
company.
cap, yeah.
Total market cap. So right now, you want to do the top 5 market cap?
All right, so top 5. I'll give you 10. Yeah, let's do 10. So at 10, we got Berkshire Hathaway at a little over 1 trillion. Taiwan Semi is 9. Broadcom is 8. Saudi Aramco is 7. Meta is 6. Google is 5. Amazon is 4. Apple is 3. Microsoft is 2. And Nvidia is 1.
Oh, if Apple don't get this shit together, Google can take that.
I think number 4 is, I mean, it's the obvious, right? Amazon is trailing it. We know what
the only thing that concerns me there is profit margin. So how much they can reinvest.
Can they improve
into the space? That's the only part I'm concerned about. Google's done a great job of Sergey also being at helm and being in the office. Go ahead.
So like profit margin, I'm glad you said that, because how does profit margin change over the next 2 to 3 years when things become automated? For a company that pretty much is making things automated already, if they increase automation, what does that do for profit margin?
That's true, but I think they have hard fixed cost that may be hard to be restructured. I'm not saying that it's impossible.
Yeah.
But for a company like Google that has more, I think it's easier to engineer their profitability a lot faster than Amazon. Mm-hmm. Amazon is the turtle in the race that could win for sure. Mm-hmm. But in the short term, if Apple does not significantly invest and Google continues to do so, like I pay for that suite just to test it. The suite is amazing. And you know how I felt about Google. And then, they sent you the call and I got a couple of texts and they're like, try the suite out. Phenomenal. Veo is better than anything. And I know everybody that watched the show at HQ at Apple, y'all know
it is. No, you're not lying. It is.
The suite is phenomenal. So I can see if they course correct in a year or two and have a partnership with Perplexity or a major AI infrastructure company, they will keep that spot or remain higher. But if they don't, I can see them going to 5th and Google taking that spot.
Ooh,
Meta too.
Meta's on a tear. And the thing I can say about Zuckerberg, you can say that he may copy or he may lag, but he doesn't lag for long. And he's putting capital behind the AI investment to get them from OpenAI to Meta. You have Apple sitting on enough money to buy Syria cash, free and clear, and you won't buy an AI company? Why? And for everyone who may say this, stop saying that. I'm talking to people that work in HQ. They have the same, it's a leadership thing. It's not that there's not talented people at Apple. It's not that there's not talented product creators and product managers. It's leadership is afraid of what to do. And it's a great lesson of you can't miss time when to invest in the next thing. Can't do it. Every year, InvestFest gets better in terms of production, sound, quality. I'm here. Y'all said I'm still AI. Greetings, Earthlings, all that. Cool. You have to invest into the project to make it better. And I hated saying it, but Apple still has the worst AI product in Siri. I can't, even when I do market research, I have to exit out of Siri to go to ChatGPT if I'm going to use voice mode to get an actual recantation of what's happening in the market. But you have enough money to buy a country, continent. It's misplaced capital management at best. So
you got to maybe potentially be falling in 5.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case, they're sitting right under 3 trillion. You got 3 companies at 3 trillion.
It's amazing.
That is pretty amazing. And Nvidia is not far from 4.
You think Apple couldn't have invested in CoreWeave?
Yes. But what would be the product?
Or a blockchain wallet? They could have just integrated something in the Apple Wallet just for show.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we gotta watch this. The CoreWeave situation is interesting because even like Sam, we don't have OpenAI, and obviously in this, if they IPO, that could change things, and I think we all agree with that. But even him now, recently he's talking about he's looking to go away from NVIDIA's GPUs.
Smart move. Same as Apple went away from Intel.
Yeah.
Same playbook. I think the greatest business lesson in this is we can talk about it on Blackout as well, but you can either focus on beating your competition or doing what is best for your customer. Amazon traditionally has focused on what is best for the customers that are in the Amazon ecosystem. Even if that means they are running negative in terms of profitability for 10 to 20 years, to give you quicker delivery, and then the customers will love you so much they'll scale the business through the amplification of their happiness.
But at the core, yes, we know the e-commerce business, but the moneymaker is the cloud service, right? AWS is a large generator. As you get more AI, you're going to need more cloud.
Absolutely. A well-timed, great investment into the future.
Right. That's why I said I agree with you. Like their CapEx spend is always pretty high, which obviously brings down the profit margins. But at a certain point, they're going to start seeking the benefits of all this
absolutely
investment. You know what I mean? And I think we're getting to that point.
For everyone who asks what would make me change my stance on Apple, I still believe in it as a company to invest in. It is still the core holding the 2 Tech 2 index. What I would love to see is an investment into AI and an investment into blockchain and or crypto, and then an investment into quantum computing. That would be an investment into the future, not glass lens bullshit. And once again, you having that kerfuffle with Zuckerberg and Elon, this y'all little fight y'all having. Meta has you beat on the glasses with the Oakley partnership and the one that's coming that I can't talk about. Wiping down them little Google goggles.
Please
and then you scrap the EV car. Once again, you can only, Rashad, when you create, do you create for the benefit of your audience? Or are you thinking about somebody with 1,000 followers who don't like you? I think it matters what's your source of creation. Is it out of love or out of trying to destroy someone else? But what do I know?
It's YouTubers.
I love y'all.
It's just some guys on YouTube.
Okay. Hit the like button.
Yes.
And share. And do remember, thank you to Block. They are sponsoring 50% off 100 InvestFest tickets and 10 vendables. First come, first serve. General admission, VIP, platinum, whatever. Just the first 100 tickets that go, enter code BLOCK at checkout, and the first 10 vendor booths that go, enter code BLOCK at checkout. First come, first serve. Okay. So we have a question from audience participation. They said, what do you use to differentiate the difference between a dead chart versus an amazing opportunity? I wish I was scooping up Robinhood during that base. I won't miss it next bear market.
It's a great question. I think the difference between it's not so much the chart is dead, it's if the company is dead or not. So if you take a company like Zoom, whom I love to use the product, but it's not a great investment, or Zillow, if you compare that with Robinhood, which Robinhood I think was attacked because it decentralized investment opportunity into the market, and from the beginning they had a great fan base, great business, great CEO. Not just saying that because he's a friend of the show, but I think they had a great business. And over time, it will only be so long that you can hold a great executive and a great company down. If you compare that with a Hertz, the profit margin's terrible. Executive management is not that great. They don't really have a lead. They don't have a product that people love. And there's no opportunity for gross margin or profit margin increases there. I think the difference is just knowing a great company from a bad one. My rule of thumb has always been, if you have to ask, is a company good? It's not. Greatness you can't avoid. But when there are opportunities, when a company is flat, like how Robinhood was at that $11 to $15 range, I've stated before, you want to stack as many shares as you can before they take off. Same with NVIDIA, same with AMD. We can go to Tesla. Before Kathy Wood made her proclamation on CNBC and they laughed her off stage, and then Tesla took off to the upside. If you believe in a great company, you should throw as many shares as you can into it. And I've always said, like, you want to be in a position minimum to get to 1,000 shares and then ultimately 10,000, because at that number, you can write your own ticket for life for how much money you're able to produce out of the market. So don't look at it so much of a dead chart, but is the company dead or not?
Yeah. I mean, from a technical standpoint, I would be looking at the value, right? If you want to see where a company is moving or how many people are interested in the company, look at the value, how it's trading on a daily basis, how it's trading on a weekly basis, how it's trading on a monthly basis. I would look at the trends of the candle. Like if you use candlesticks, look at the trends and where they're going. You can see momentum, right? I think that's one thing that people can see. Like when they just use a singular line, yeah, it looks pretty preschool. But if you just put candles on, you start seeing momentum. You see green, you see red. You look at which way that the momentum is going.